Summer is coming. What are your kids doing this summer? Better start registering them for summer camp starting right now. We have Danielle King, Youth of the Year, Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis. We're going to start with Dr. Flint Fowler, President, Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis. We have the summer camps coming up. When is registration?
Registration is happening now. It's been going on for a while. It's important that parents get on the website and find out about what options they have and what camps they want to sign their children up for. The sooner the better. Because if you wait too late, then those options run out.
They run out. I mean, the bottom line is, I've looked for my nieces and I'm like, okay, what are they gonna do? Everything's already full because they're so popular. What feedback are you getting from the parents about the camps?
We get great feedback. First of all, it's very well organized and developed. There's plenty of opportunities for young people to be engaged in things that keep them challenged intellectually. They have a lot of fun. They're safe. They have meals, and so parents don't have to worry about that. And they know from working with us year round that we're the kind of place that their young people want to, the kind of place where their young people want to be.
I feel like the Boys and Girls Clubs is the gold standard when it comes to summer camps. I remember my cousin was going to Matthews Dickey, and then I had someone else who was going to Herbert Hoover, and I was so jealous. You had so much fun there.
Yeah, I like to think so because we are youth development experts. We know what it takes to provide a great experience for a young person. We have staff who are trained, we have volunteers who are engaged, and we have a good idea of what it takes to help young people move along a developmental course that's going to lead to success long term.
Due to the CDC guidelines urging everyone to stay home, that has forced some leagues and schools to cancel their summer plans, leaving thousands of kids with nothing to do. One local group is trying to adapt with the times and provide kids with the best alternative. Our Ahmad Hicks explains.
Normally, these walkways and doors at Herbert Hoover Boys and Girls Club would have kids coming and going all day long.
A big part of our success factor is having face-to-face interaction with our young people.
But due to the current pandemic, president of the Boys and Girls Club, Flint Fowler, says they've had to change from face-to-face learning to virtual.
While it's still effective, it's not nearly as effective as it would be if we can speak directly to our children.
Fowler also says football season, which is huge at Herbert Hoover, is also in jeopardy. But he says regardless of what happens with the after-school programs, sports, or summer day camp, Herbert Hoover Boys and Girls Club will be there to assist the kids in whatever way they need. Ahmad Hicks, 5 on your side.
And Dr. Fowler said before making a decision to cancel summer camp or fall sports, he will follow the CDC guidelines closely, ensuring the kids' safety is the first priority. In the meantime, they'll continue their virtual learning until the stay-at-home order is lifted.
As St. Louis City and County prepare to loosen restrictions, many parents are looking ahead to summer, and they're wondering what they'll do with the kids as more activities are canceled. News 4's Alexis Sotos has this new for us tonight at 10. She learned the St. Louis Zoo is just one of the places canceling camp.
Our parents have to be at work, and they rely on services like ours to be available for their children.
Right now, the Boys and Girls Club is waiting for an announcement from St. Louis City and County on reopening plans and whether or not social distancing will be required.
That will determine when camp starts and to the degree that the stay-at-home order is lifted and what the social distancing requirements are will determine the level of participation.
He says camp is possible with social distancing. It just might mean fewer campers at each location.
Exciting news for your kids. Summer camps begin today at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis. The camps will be at 4 locations: Adams Park, Herbert Hoover, O'Fallon Park, and at the Teen Center of Excellence. The Boys and Girls Club say it will do everything possible to keep the kids, the staff, and the volunteers safe from COVID-19.
Social distancing has become a part of our daily lives, and it's even impacting the way kids are playing sports.
Fox 2's Michelle Madera shows us how kids in North St. Louis are getting some help with that.
Some of the kids over here at Herbert Hoover Boys and Girls Club are learning to pitch for the first time, and they're already getting airtime on Fox Sports.
There's the windup and the pitch. With a little bit of TV magic and coaching,
they will teach me how to pitch like this.
The kids at Herbert Hoover Boys and Girls Club will be part of the Restore Play campaign that will air on Fox Sports platforms. It's led by Good Sports, which has teamed up with Fox Sports, their media partner, to give $15 million worth of sports and fitness equipment to thousands of kids and youth organizations.
I like them. That's very cool. Have you ever had a baseball glove before?
Nope.
How does that make you feel?
Happy.
Gear can get expensive, and with COVID-19, finances have gotten even more difficult for many. At the same time, families and programs are trying to keep kids safe while getting them off the sidelines.
It's providing enough equipment so we can limit the amount of sharing. Oftentimes, that's a way to transmit the disease or the virus if someone has it.
The play packs are something they can take home too, helping them to social distance and stay active.
March down West Florissant Friday morning calling for justice. Many of them carried signs that said Black Lives Matter and Our Lives Matter. They walked to Michael Brown's plaque. And tomorrow, by the way, marks 6 years since Brown was killed during an encounter with a Ferguson police officer. The march was followed by a rally for peace.
Violence as a way of achieving racial justice is both impractical and immoral. I am not unmindful of the fact that violence often brings about momentary results. Nations have frequently won their independence in battle. But in spite of temporary victories, violence never brings permanent peace.
Several teens and community leaders gave speeches, and other teens expressed their feelings through poetry.
Teens from the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis plan a peace rally and march for justice today. They'll walk from the Urban League to the plaque honoring Michael Brown in Ferguson. Then they'll return for a program at the club's Teen Center for Excellence. Sunday is the 6th anniversary of Brown's death.
A 7-year cleanup of an EPA Superfund site is finally finished. The site of the old Carter Carburetor plant on North Grand in North St. Louis is getting new life today. A $30 million cleanup began in 2013 to remove cancer-causing chemicals from the land. EPA Administrator Andrew Wheeler was in St. Louis today to turn the land over to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis. They will team with Gateway PGA Reach to turn the site into a golf facility and driving range for the clubs.
The Boys and Girls Club says basic school supplies are always needed, but one thing you might not have thought of, with children on computers for virtual learning, headphones are needed.
Breathing new life into a North St. Louis eyesore. One of the city's most high-profile Superfund sites will be transformed into a golf course area for children. The Environmental Protection Agency has handed over the reins of the former Carter Carburetor plant to the Boys and Girls Clubs of St. Louis, and they're teaming up with Gateway PGA Reach to turn the site along North Grand into a golf course and driving range.
All new at 9, major plays are being made to try and revamp North St. Louis. The old Carter Carburetor factory has been demolished and cleared, making room for a new, more appealing venue.
And Fox 2's Michaela McGee tells us more about those plans.
This lot behind me may not look like much right now, but come 2022, it will become a community resource and golf safe haven for the residents of North St. Louis.
We're excited to make it available to our young people.
The Carter Carburetor factory across from Herbert Hoover had been abandoned for over 30 years and began to pose a serious health and safety hazard in the community. In 2014, they began demolition.
And so the original idea was, let's get the building down, create a safer neighborhood. Maybe that could generate some development for that section of North Grand.
But Flint Fowler, the president of Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis, saw an opportunity to expose the families he serves to something the inner city has never seen.
Once we start to reach out to the EPA, the ACF, who were the original owners, the city of St. Louis and others, the thought was perhaps we could make good use of that facility to support our programming for children.
For the 3rd straight year, Coca-Cola and Family Dollar are teaming up to raise awareness and money for Boys and Girls Clubs of America.
Their Make Every Sip Count campaign raised $50,000 for Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis. We caught up with the local club and Coca-Cola to learn just how much that money meant. So Flint, how is your club and our community doing right now?
You know, it's a little different, as it has been in most places, trying to reach out to students and keep them engaged, our club members, and working cooperatively with local school districts to ensure that young people are having access to the educational experiences that they need. And at the same time, we're supporting their growth and development in an after-school setting.
Wow. So it sounds like that support is needed now even more so than in the past.
Yes, we are opening our clubs pretty much all day now. So we're hosting students at the club who may have challenges with high-speed internet at home or whose parents won't be at home to supervise them. So they're coming to the club and receiving academic coaching and support that they need. And we're also going into some schools and providing support there.
So what does it mean to be receiving $50,000 from Coca-Cola and Family Dollar's Make Every Sip Count campaign? How does that translate for the club?
Well, it translates to safe and engaging fun opportunities for young people. Generally, Boys and Girls Clubs do not pass on the full cost of programming to our families, and it's important that we have friends like Coca-Cola and Family Dollar engaged in order to make these experiences possible.
Now, this should make you hungry. Butler's Pantry will cater the Great Futures Gala tailgate. The event will help the Boys and Girls Clubs of St. Louis. You can stay in your cars. Young people will be at the Upper Muni parking lot, and they will tell you how the club helped them build a great future. The event is Thursday, October 29th at 5 p.m. Get your tickets at BGCSTL.org.
Welcome back to News for a Great Day. To all of you, how does this sound? Park and party with a purpose. To me, sounds like a good time and a good way to raise money for a really, really good organization, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis. We are happy to have our friend Dr. Flint Fowler with us this morning. He is the president of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis. And Dr. Fowler, you have a really big event coming up. What's happening?
We certainly do on Thursday, October 29th. It's the Great Futures Gala. Most people might be used to us having it indoors. We wanted to keep this tradition going, wanted to ensure that the resources are being collected in order to support our activities for kids, and wanted to continue to celebrate our Youth of the Year program. And thankfully, to the creativity of the staff and our volunteer committee, this concept of a tailgate kind of event came about. So we're really excited about it.
New tonight, 2 local organizations are joining forces to help serve children in the metro area.
Yeah, they hope to teach more youth and make a greater impact in communities. Fox 2's Michaela McGee has more details about the merger.
The Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis and the Boys and Girls Club of Bethalto, Illinois have been discussing a partnership for years. And now with this combination, the two will serve nearly 9,000 youth across the St. Louis region.
Our relationship is really built on trust and what's better for kids. So
President Flint Fowler of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis and Executive Director Kathy Wilson of the Boys and Girls Club of Bethalto are joining forces to provide more access to low-cost, life-changing programs and services for the children and families they serve.
We could have greater impact for all of our kids. They have so much more to offer than our small club over here on this side of the river. And there is a great need in Illinois that we have not been able to expand and serve.
BGC Bethalto has had a waiting list of over 100 children for roughly 2 years. This merger will allow the organization to extend services to those families and utilize its extensive programming.
They have a huge youth employment program that we currently do not have. We don't have the capacity, we don't have the staff for that.
I think our goal is to be able to serve children, but be able to serve them even better, and hopefully not have waiting lists, because every day that goes by without children having access to programs and opportunity means that they miss out on a chance to become their best selves.
Well, 2 local youth organizations are teaming up. The Matthews Dickey Boys and Girls Club will partner with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis. This starts January 1st. Officials say this will help both organizations serve more young people. Matthews Dickey just celebrated its 60th anniversary. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis merged with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Bethalto, Illinois in October.